Should the Padres trade Ha-seong Kim for some pitching? I don't know. We'll talk about that on this episode of Padres Talking Padres. Oh man, Jack, I don't know about this rumors going around here. I got a button for this.
Rumor has it.
The rumor has it that the Padres are going to try and trade Ha-seong Kim for some pitching. King Kim. And it's so pervasive, especially, and again, maybe we shouldn't put so much stock into Padres Twitter, but it seems so pervasive that it's just a done deal at this point. We're just going to wait for the trade to happen. But Jack, tell me your thoughts here I don't know, on these rumors.
Well, you never know with rumors. Sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean,
sure.
Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. I mean, if it makes the team better, I'm okay with it. But trading, I like defense.
Mm-hmm.
Show me a better infield defensively than Manny, Bogarts, Kim, and Cronenworth.
It's four shortstops defense.
There's
right?
not with Grisham up the middle. You got Soto in left, Tatis in right. That's a great defensive team.
Yeah.
Again, though, but you need pitching. You always need pitching.
Okay.
And pitching is a big deal.
But
again, if you trade Kim, okay, does Bogarts go to second and Tatis goes to short and Cronenworth stays at first? I don't think that's going to happen because Bogarts said he's going to play shortstop.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you move Cronenworth back to second, which I like. I love having Cronenworth at second.
I agree. Yeah.
He's a great defensive second baseman, great up the middle.
Yeah.
But then you have a big hole at first. Who's going to play first? Carpenter's not an everyday player.
No. And that's why everything seems to be kind of targeting into this whole Red Sox trade, right? Because Trevor Story's out, possibly for the season. They need a shortstop. And we have an abundance of shortstops. We've got a whole infield of shortstops.
Yeah, we do.
And they have some pitching. So this Tanner, is it Houck or Hawk?
I think it's Houck.
But they apparently have some pitching they can trade, and maybe I've also heard Bobby Dahlbeck, who again is a strikeout machine. He plays first, but I don't know if we'd want him particularly.
It's just and let's face it, because a lot of people say, well, Kim can come off the bench if you get a first baseman. Kim has earned the right to start. He's earned the right to play every day.
Agreed.
And he got better. The first season was good. Second season was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's working. He's a hard worker.
Yes.
He's a Gold Glove defensive player. He didn't win it, but he's a Gold Glove defensive player along with Cronenworth.
Yep.
And Manny. Bogarts, I don't think is.
He stepped up his game last season, but he's not known. He's not known as a glove first guy.
No, but it just. Again, if we had a first baseman, I'd be like, okay, this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If we had not a Hosmer type guy, if we had a reliable first baseman that's productive, say you got Freddie Freeman.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Trade Kim.
Yeah.
Put Cronenworth back in second. Cause again, Kim deserves to start.
He does
play every day. And I don't say he would be a whine or complainer if he wasn't starting every day, but I think it would affect his game.
But even for his development, I think he deserves to start, more often than not, right?
Yeah. And again, defensively, he's a major leaguer and his hitting, like I said, he hit 251 last year, 11 homers.
Mm-hmm.
His WAR was 5.1.
That's great.
He had 12 stolen bases. You can put him at leadoff.
Yeah,
you can put him down lower in the lineup. I mean, I think with this lineup, I think he'd be hitting lower, but you don't.
Really I like need that 8-9 kind of restarted leadoff. Kind of.
Yeah, you don't need power from him.
No,
you just need consistent hitting. A little bit of speed, and of course the Gold Glove defense.
Mm-hmm.
Defense saves runs.
It does. And in this post-shift world, I'd much rather have Kim and Cronenworth on that side, and then you have Manny and Bogarts on the other, and I get it. I get we need pitching, but there's a certain point where maybe have some of these kids come up here and I don't know. Like we do need a starting pitcher. That's true.
Do they have anyone in the minors that can come up and play the infield? I don't know.
Not really, right? Because we traded them all away for Soto.
Right.
Because Merrill's a few years away still, Jackson Merrill.
Yeah.
So nobody
there's that one guy, he's 23, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. He played a little bit up in the big leagues. They say he's ready. Again, if they think he can play second base, but
is that better than Kim? I'm like, no.
No, that's what I'm saying. But again, I love bullpen too. I love bullpen arms, and Houck is a bullpen guy.
Yeah,
he had 8 saves last year. 56
we need a starting
Ks,
pitcher. We need a rock star starting pitcher, though.
We do, and then you would be freeing up some cash because we got to build the team, and it has to be in place from day one. The problem is you're going to have injuries. There's not a lot of players you can bring up from the minors.
Yeah,
they're ready. I mean, he's reloading. Preller's reloading the
he is
farm system, but those players are a few years away.
Yeah.
So, and you got to have, and we're right up against we're at $270 million
because we're to your point, running up to the second cap. But apparently, we had the highest offer to Chapman.
Which I'm glad they didn't get him.
Same. I think the Royals gave him $3.5 million or something like that. Yeah. And apparently we gave him more. So I don't know what the whole money thing is with the Padres. It doesn't make any sense. Will you be happy if we end up trading Kim for
it depends on who. I mean, it can't just be Houck.
Yeah.
Hulk, whatever. I'm drawn. I said it right the first. Hulk. It can't just be him.
Yeah,
it's got to be someone else because Kim is an everyday player.
Yes.
Again, he would rake in Boston because that short wall in left field. He's worked really hard. He's worked really hard on spreading the ball around.
Yes.
But I gotta say, if that short, the green monster out there, that's his pulls. He'd be getting a lot of doubles off the wall, not homers because you have to elevate it to get the ball up, but. I think he would do very well.
Yeah.
Playing in Fenway Park.
And the other factor for me on this one, Jack, is he is beloved by Padre fans,
right?
By the city of San Diego, by the team. Like it was so sweet during the playoffs, and Ha-seong Kim's up to plate to bat, and then Manny Machado learned Korean to say "I love you, Kim" as he's going up to hit like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just to me, your return if you're trading a cornerstone. I mean, maybe it's just I don't know. Are we what's that term, like huggers? Are we being too much huggers here? We're not being ruthless enough as a organization to be, or at least fans to be like, yeah, we could trade Kim. Who cares?
Well, that you have to, if you want to win, you have to be willing to give up players you like. But again, what are we getting for him? I mean, him and Cronenworth have great chemistry.
Yep.
They were great together last year. He's loved by his teammates.
Yes.
Again, like you said, the fan. I love Kim.
Yeah.
He frustrates me sometimes because he swings out of his shoes.
Yes.
His cleats to hit the balls. Like sometimes, okay, just put the ball in play.
Yes.
That's all we need.
Which in the playoffs he did. He had some those big hits, just put it, dink and dunk, put it in play kind of.
Yeah.
And they were big hits.
But again, it would have to be a deal that we got the better of the deal, I think.
Yeah.
And it can't just be this relief pitcher he was, like I said, 5-4, 3.15 ERA. I was a little shocked at strikeouts. He had only had 56 strikeouts in 60 innings. Usually I like to see the reliever with, that throws hard with a higher, but again, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It has, I trust Preller. But again, if we had a first baseman to replace him, or we already had a second baseman in place, again, they would probably, does Tatis go to second base? I don't know.
I'd prefer him at short, just his range. Whatever. It doesn't. whatever works. I don't care. To me, to your point, Jack, it has to be a really good return. It can't just be and all we really need is a number 4 or number 5 starter.
Yeah.
So if that's
well,
what
we have Martinez. I like Martinez, but right now I think Martinez. I would feel better him as the 5th starter because we just don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know,
and
then
as well wants to start, but again,
and if he's the 5th start, if he's the 5th starter, then you can move him into the bullpen in the playoffs, where he was money.
Yeah, Martinez was an okay starter, and maybe he's figured out, but his arm definitely played better in the bullpen last season. So really, it's again, we got our 1, 2, 3 is locked. It's just the 4, 5, and then 6. I know the thoughts are we'd want to go to 6. So
especially early on, I think you want to have, because it takes a while for pitchers to get caught up, and then at the end of the season you want to have 6 because you want to be strong for the playoffs.
Exactly. Yep.
So I see the need for starting pitching. I get it. This guy, I guess he started 4 games last season too. I don't know how he did. I didn't look how he did in them.
Sure.
But again, I need Chris Sale. Okay.
Do you want Chris Sale's expensive? They got to pay for the rest of his deal, right? They got to put money.
Yeah, but maybe they could. We trade Kim for Sale. They and Hawk, and they give us some money towards Chris Sale. But I guess Boston's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's a tricky situation. It is. I'm not a big fan of Cronenworth at first because I think he's much better. It's a waste of his defensive skill, but he does a great job of scooping the balls out and stretching properly.
Well, you mean not standing behind the bag when they're
standing behind the bag, and as an infielder, you're throwing over there. You're like, I go. But he's a great clubhouse guy. I'm going to kill him in the clubhouse.
Great clubhouse guy. Just look at some of those plays like Tatis or Cronenworth just giving him a death stare. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? And why did you start doing that? You never did it before.
Anyway, speaking of Tatis, just real quick before we wrap things up here, it's Talking Friars, another great YouTube and podcast channel for Padres talk. Fernando Tatis Jr. risk is about 90%, according to Kevin Ace. I believe that was on the Hot Lava podcast, but 90%, Jack.
It's getting there.
Where you at?
Getting there. I mean, you could play with 90%. I mean, he's got a couple more. He can't come back till the end of April, right?
But he can play in spring training, right? So he's
playing spring training
now, yeah.
But they're not going to overdo him. They're not going to run him into the ground. They're going to bring him back slowly. And again, he'll probably play a lot of DH.
Oh, I would assume so, right? It's almost that Acuna Jr., right? He did DH, and really easing him back into it, right? And that's where people freaking out about him not playing short is like, he wasn't going to come. Like, one, he's not coming back to April 20th, and he wasn't going to play short to start anyway.
No, they're not going to put him in position where he gets hurt again. There's
not right away.
I mean, we need him. We need Tatis at the end. I mean, I want him all season.
Sure.
But we need him at the end of the year for the playoffs than we do in the beginning of the year. I mean, every game counts. Every win matters, but it doesn't do us any good if he plays the first 60 games or what his 60 games is eligible for and then gets hurt.
Yep. Agreed.
So at 90%, that's pretty good.
All right. Well, my final thought is I would be devastated if Kim got traded, no matter, even if it's some great pitcher. I love Ha-seong Kim. And just he has so much joy and he just brings so much joy. I love watching him play. And if that makes me a homer or a hugger, whatever the insults that they throw fans like myself, that's fine because
if he stays and we don't trade him, the only thing I want from Ha-seong Kim is for him to get a helmet that fits. His helmet falls off more than any major league. I mean, he's got some nice
flowing hair, man.
He's got some great lettuce. To quote Mudcat, he's got great lettuce, but the helmet's got to stay on. It's always off. It's like if you want to speed up the game, 2 things you can do to speed up the game: get gloves that you don't have to keep tightening after every player. What do?
I think it's more of a habit than a need.
I get it, but okay, you're doing this, and then also Kim's helmet has to stay on his head because I think it falls off every time he's on base.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But
It's,
that's fine.
it's my major complaint. Well, I guess maybe because I'm jealous because he has hair.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's
I wouldn't mind if he was bald to be like, that's okay.
Oh my God. All right. Well, on that note, that'll do it for this episode of Padres Talking Padres. Hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. We're a new channel, so we're still fledgling. We're still growing every single day. We love to have you along for the ride with us. Excited
and a
for
thumbs up.
the 20. Yeah, exactly. Hit the like button. And yeah, Jack, I don't know. We'll see. Well, if the trade happens, we'll talk about it and any other big Padres news as we are getting closer and closer to spring training.
It's around the corner.
Woo, boy. And we'll be here to talk about it on Padres Talking Padres. Everybody take care. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.